in the previous video, we had discussed the parts of the female reproductive system. Now we shall proceed further to the next topic, which is fertilization. Okay, so before we learn fertilization, as you know that IGCSE syllabus, you have these structures in your syllabus where you should know the structure of the sperm. So the sperm, has a head, a midpiece, and a tail. The head is covered by a structure called the acrosome. The acrosome fires enzyme to digest the thick wall present in the ovum. Midpiece, as you can see, is rich in mitochondria, so it supplies energy for the sperm to swim to such long distances, and tail helps in swimming. So this is the structure of the sperm, and the sperm is motile. That means it moves and has such a structure. Now, coming to the structure of the ovum. The ovum, on the other hand, is a spherical structure. It is not motile. That means it is stationary, and the sperm swims and meets the ovum. So you can see the structure of the ovum is spherical. There is difference in the structure of the ovum and the sperm. So the ovum is spherical, unlike the sperm. Okay, it is immobile. These are the structures, or you should write these differences. It is immobile. That means cannot move. And it has more cytoplasm and reserve substances. It has more cytoplasm and reserve substances. Okay, and while millions of sperms are fired at a time, just one ovum, don't consider the twin thing. So just one ovum is released at a time from one of the ovaries. So one ovum produced at a time. So these are the significant differences between ovum and the sperm, which are often asked in 2 markers, 3 markers. So one ovum is produced. I hope you are clear with the differences. Okay, please write correct keywords, and if you want to score points. Now there you go. The next part, which is the most important part of this video, is the actual fertilization. So you can see in this slide that from the ovary, you can see that the ovary is, producing the ova. This you already know now. By day 0, the ova is here in the oviduct. So basically the ova takes, like 24 hours to reach the oviduct. Okay. And the sperm is somewhat here. So it has to swim and it has to reach this distance. Okay. It has to reach this distance, that is the oviduct, and sperm remains in the female reproductive tract for around 2 days, say. Okay, so there is a fertile period of 3 to 4 days around ovulation. So ovulation is release of ova from the ovary. This is ovulation. Okay, so the egg is waiting in the fallopian tube, and at that same time, if the sperm comes, then what happens? The head of the sperm fuses. Typically, the nucleus, you can say, nucleus fuses with the ovum nucleus. Rest of the parts do not go inside. The tail is out with the ovum nucleus. Okay, this results in a diploid nucleus. And we say that fertilization has taken place. So fertilization takes place, and fertilization results in the formation of a zygote, right? So once again, we'll repeat the process. So the steps of fertilization, okay, if you get the steps, the step number 1, it happens in the oviduct. Oviduct is the site. This is always asked for 1 marker. Oviduct is the site for fertilization. All right. Second important point is the ovum passes into the oviduct. Ovum passes into the oviduct as a result of ovulation. So passes into oviduct. Okay. Now, after passing into the oviduct, it waits for the sperm. And sperm remains active for around 2 days. All right. And then the sperm nucleus fuses with the ovum nucleus to form the diploid zygote. To form the diploid zygote. Okay, so this is what is called as fertilization. So stay tuned for the next topic, which will come tomorrow. Thank you so much.